Denver International Airport is located 25 miles from downtown Denver, sitting on a vast stretch of land, isolated from the main city. The airport covers a massive 53 square miles of land, making it the largest airport in North America by total land area. To visualize its size, the airport's land area is twice the size of Manhattan, San Francisco, or Miami. The sheer scale of the facility has led many to question why an airport needs such an enormous amount of undeveloped property. Construction began in September 1989, but the project was plagued by significant delays from the very beginning. Originally scheduled to open in October 1993, the airport missed its deadline by 16 months. The airport finally opened to the public on February 28, 1995, after multiple postponed opening dates. These constant delays fueled local rumors that something more complex than just an airport was being built. Critics and conspiracy theorists argued that standard construction issues could not account for such a long postponement. The official reason for the delay was a catastrophic failure of the automated baggage handling system. However, the massive budget overruns raised even more eyebrows than the scheduled delays. The original estimated cost of the project was $1.7 billion. By the time the airport was completed, the final cost had ballooned to $4.8 billion. The project went over budget by a staggering $3.1 billion. This financial discrepancy is often cited as evidence that funds were diverted to secret underground construction. During construction, a colossal amount of earth was moved, far exceeding what seemed necessary for the visible structures. Workers excavated approximately 110 million cubic yards of earth while leveling the site. This volume of earth is roughly equivalent to 1/3 of the amount moved during the construction of the Panama Canal. The sheer quantity of soil removed suggested to some that extensive subterranean facilities were being excavated. The airport sits at a higher elevation than the surrounding area because of this massive, earth-moving effort. Reports claim that 5 large buildings were fully constructed and then subsequently buried. According to airport officials, these buildings were incorrectly positioned and had to be buried to serve as a base. Conspiracy theorists believe these buried buildings are actually fully functional underground bunkers. It is rumored that the underground complex is connected by a series of tunnels originally built for the failed baggage system. The automated baggage system tunnels are large enough to drive trucks through. Some theories suggest these tunnels connect to the deep underground military bases, or DUMs. Construction workers allegedly reported seeing complex infrastructure that served no purpose for a commercial airport. Rumors persist that different contractors were hired for specific sections, so that no one saw the full scope of the project. This compartmentalization strategy is a common technique used in classified military construction projects. The airport is reputed to have a fuel system capable of pumping hundreds of gallons of fuel per minute. This fuel capacity is significantly higher than what is required for typical commercial aviation hubs. Over 5,300 miles of fiber optic cable were installed during the initial construction phase. At the time, this amount of cabling was more than the entire length of the Nile River. Critics argue that a commercial airport in 1995 did not require such extensive communications infrastructure. The dedication capstone inside the terminal contains symbols associated with the Freemasons. The capstone credits the New World Airport Commission for the construction of the facility. Investigations have shown that the New World Airport Commission does not actually exist as a registered organization. This fictitious name has fueled theories about the New World Order's involvement in the airport's creation. The capstone also covers a time capsule scheduled to be opened in the year 2094. The specific choice of the year 2094 has led to numerological speculation among theorists. The layout of the runways has been observed to resemble a swastika when viewed from above. Airport officials state the runway design is purely functional, allowing for simultaneous landings in changing wind conditions. Nevertheless, the shape remains a point of contention for those looking for hidden symbolism. The airport's roof is made of Teflon-coated fiberglass, designed to resemble the snow-capped Rocky Mountains. Some believe the tent-like material is designed to shield the interior from heat signatures or radar. The isolation of the airport was initially explained as a measure to reduce noise pollution for the city. However, the extreme distance makes the airport harder to access and easier to secure. During construction, a 10-foot-tall barbed wire fence was installed, purportedly with the wire facing inwards. Inward-facing barbed wire is typically used to keep people in, rather than to keep intruders out. This detail has led to theories that the airport could be used as a large-scale containment facility in the future. The dedication stone in the Great Hall of Denver International Airport is a central focus of conspiracy theories. Dated March 19, 1994, the capstone contains the symbol of the Freemasons, fueling speculation about secret societies. The stone credits the New World Airport Commission for the airport's construction, an organization that does not seemingly exist. Critics point out that the New World Airport Commission name bears a striking resemblance to the New World Order. A braille tablet located on the stone is often mistaken by theorists for a futuristic keypad. Some conspiracy theories suggest the braille keypad is a code entry device to open a secret underground bunker. Buried beneath the dedication stone is a time capsule scheduled to be opened in the year 2094. The time capsule is sealed for exactly 100 years, leading to wild speculation about what information it might contain for future generations. Contrary to alien theories, the capsule reportedly contains mundane items like a credit card and newspapers. One of the specific items inside the time capsule is a pair of sneakers belonging to former Denver Mayor Wellington Webb. The capsule also holds a signed baseball from the opening of Coors Field, preserving a piece of local sports history. Casino chips from Black Hawk, Colorado, were also included in the burial, representing the era's gambling culture. The capstone explicitly mentions the most worshipful Grand Lodge of AF and AM of Colorado. The dedication date of March 19, 1994 is analyzed by numerologists who claim the digits sum up to the number 33, a significant Masonic number. Despite its public location in the Great Hall, the stone remains a pilgrimage site for conspiracy theorists visiting the airport. Standing 32 feet tall, the Blue Mustang sculpture greets travelers on the road into the airport. The sculpture creates an imposing silhouette, vying in at a massive 9,000 pounds of fiberglass. The piece was created by renowned artist Luis Jimenez, whose work celebrated Chicano culture. Tragically, Luis Jimenez was killed by the sculpture in 2006 when a large section of the torso fell on him. The artist suffered a severed artery in his leg from the accident and died before the work was completed. The statue was eventually finished by Jimenez's family and studio staff, finally being unveiled in 2008. The most controversial feature of the Mustang is its glowing red lead eyes. Jimenez intended the red eyes as a tribute to his father, who owned a neon sign shop, but the public often interprets them as demonic. Locals and travelers have dubbed the statue Blucifer, a portmanteau of blue and Lucifer. The sculpture is painted a vivid polychrome cobalt blue, a nod to the vibrant colors of Mexican muralist tradition and lowrider culture. The horse features incredibly defined, bulging vines that ripple across its body and legs. Its anatomy is anatomically correct and aggressive, adding to the unsettling nature of the piece for some viewers. Conspiracy theorists liken the Blue Mustang to the pale horse of the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. The glowing eyes are visible from a great distance at night, serving as an eerie beacon for incoming drivers. Numerous petitions have been filed over the years demanding the removal of the statue due to its cursed energy. Despite the backlash, the airport defends the statue as a significant piece of contemporary art and a guardian of the airport. The statue's location on the median of Peña Boulevard ensures every driver entering the airport must pass it. Leo Tanguma's mural, In Peace and Harmony with Nature, is the first of a two-part narrative about environmentalism. The first section of the mural depicts a terrifying scene of environmental destruction and extinction. The background features a raging forest fire and a city shrouded in toxic gray haze. In the foreground, children are shown weeping openly, mourning the destruction of the earth. One of the most disturbing elements is the depiction of 3 open caskets containing dead women. The first casket holds an African woman, symbolizing the death of the African continent's people or nature. The second casket contains a Native American woman, representing the loss of indigenous cultures. The girl in the coffin holds a Bible and a yellow Star of David, fueling theories about religious persecution or a New World Order agenda. Glass display cases in the mural contain extinct animals, treating them as museum relics of the past. One of the extinct birds depicted is the quail, a colorful symbol of Central American biodiversity. The great auk, a flightless bird extinct since the mid-19th century, is also shown preserved in a case. A passenger pigeon is included in the display, reminding viewers of human-caused extinction. A large sea turtle is shown entangled in a net, struggling to survive amidst the chaos. The mural includes the rib cage of a large, unidentified animal, emphasizing death and decay. Conspiracy theorists interpret the imagery not as a warning, but as a prediction of a planned global genocide. The mural creates a stark contrast with its second half, which depicts a colorful, happy world of restoration. The second part of the Children of the World, Dream of Peace mural, is often cited as the most disturbing image in the airport. It depicts a massive, green-skinned soldier wearing a gas mask, dominating the scene. The soldier holds a machine gun in one hand and a scimitar sword in the other, looming over cowering figures. The tip of the scimitar appears to be stabbing a white dove, a universal symbol of peace. Conspiracy theorists argue this represents a New World Order military force oppressing the global population. The soldier's uniform looks authoritarian, often compared to Nazi imagery by critics. In the foreground, children are shown sleeping or dead on piles of bricks. A gray-skinned boy, often interpreted as German, wears a traditional Bavarian vest. The gas mask on the soldier suggests a biological or chemical warfare theme. A line of weeping women holding dead babies is seen in the background of the mural. However, the imagery of the dead dove suggests the finality of the death of peace itself. Grey waves of gas or smoke emanate from the soldier, sweeping across the scene. Some believe the German boy symbolizes the death of the old world order. The sheer violence of the image in an airport terminal has baffled travelers for decades. The rainbow that appears in other parts of the mural series is notably absent here, replaced by grey fumes. The soldier's expression is hidden behind the mask, dehumanizing the figure completely. Bronze gargoyles sit inside suitcases near the baggage claim areas, watching travelers. These statues constitute some of the most bizarre art installations at Denver International Airport. One prominent gargoyle is known as Notre Denver, watching over the east and west terminals. Historically, gargoyles were used to ward off evil spirits, but these seem to mock travelers. The gargoyles are depicted popping out of open luggage, a strange choice for an airport context. Their expressions are grotesque, with tongues sticking out and twisted facial features. Some theorists believe they represent the elite mocking the baggage of the common man. The Notre Denver statue features a creature with beak-like features and small wings. They are placed high up on pillars, looking down on the passengers below. The suitcases themselves look old-fashioned, perhaps hinting at a timeless or ancient secret. One gargoyle appears to be wearing a tie, blending corporate attire with demonic features. Critics argue the symbolism is Masonic or related to the Illuminati. The bronze material gives them a dark, heavy appearance against the airport's light interior. Why would an airport need demonic protectors watching over luggage? The gargoyles add to the overall eerie and occult atmosphere of the airport. Some claim the gargoyles are actually alien entities in disguise. Viewed from above, the runway layout of Denver International Airport has a controversial shape. Critics and theorists immediately noticed it resembles a swastika. This shape is formed by the arrangement of the major runways radiating from the central terminal. The airport administration claims the layout is purely functional for wind patterns. Specifically, the pinwheel design allows for efficient takeoffs in changing wind directions. However, the resemblance to the Nazi symbol fuels theories about a neo-Nazi connection. Coupled with the German boy in the mural, the swastika layout seems too coincidental to some. Satellite imagery clearly shows the distinct four-arm shape of the runways. The runways are massive, covering a larger area than any other airport in the US. Some believe the layout points to specific underground bunkers or facilities. The design was chosen to minimize weather delays, according to official engineering reports. Yet, the swastika shape remains one of the most cited pieces of evidence for the conspiracy. It is difficult to unsee the shape once it has been pointed out on a map. The arms of the swastika do not overlap, but the angularity is striking. This layout contributes to the theory that Den is a headquarters for the New World Order. The geometric precision of the runways suggests a planned symbolism to occultists. Even the dedication marker references the New World Airport Commission, linking back to the layout. Denver International Airport is infamous for the persistent conspiracy theories surrounding its massive construction and peculiar layout. The airport's construction went significantly over budget, fueling rumors that billions were diverted to secret black budget projects. Critics point to the initial automated baggage system, which failed spectacularly, as a plausible cover story for excavating vast tunnel networks. It is rumored that 5 entire multi-story buildings were constructed and then buried intact beneath the current terminal. Whistleblowers claim these buried structures act as a subterranean base or command center for the global elite. The sheer volume of earth moved during construction, over 110 million cubic yards, far exceeded what was typically necessary for an airport of its size. Some theorists believe the tunnels connect the airport to the nearby Cheyenne Mountain Complex or other deep military installations. The underground network is said to extend for miles, going far beyond the public tram lines used by travelers. Workers reportedly saw complex infrastructure, including large sprinkler pipes, in buried areas that should have been empty dirt. These mysterious tunnels are often cited as evidence of a massive underground city designed for long-term habitation. The layout of the runways has been compared to a swastika, though airport officials attribute the design to wind pattern efficiency. Deep beneath the tarmac, some believe they are holding cells or barracks prepared for a future totalitarian regime. The New World Airport Commission is inscribed on the dedication capstone, a group that does not seemingly exist in public records. This capstone features the Masonic square and compass, linking the airport to Freemasonry and secret societies. One of the most persistent theories is that DIA serves as a continuity of government, coach, facility for the US leadership. In the event of a nuclear war or global catastrophe, the airport would supposedly function as a command center. The remote location of the airport, situated far from downtown Denver, supports the idea of it being a secure, defensible bunker. Rumors suggest that wealthy elites and world leaders purchased property near the airport under shell companies. The bunker is allegedly equipped to sustain a large population for years without any contact with the surface. Some construction workers claimed they were laid off after specific sections were finished to compartmentalize secrets. The Great Hall inside the terminal sits under a tented roof, which conspiracists say is made of radar-reflective material. Deep underground, there are allegedly huge fuel tanks and power generators capable of running a city independently. The dedication stone contains a time capsule to be opened in 2094, leading to speculation about the secrets it holds. The airport's artwork has fueled many theories, particularly the strange markings and inlays on the terrazzo floor. One notable floor inlay features a minecart containing the chemical symbols O and A, while officially representing gold and silver. Theorists point out that OAG is also the abbreviation for the Australia antigen. The Australia antigen is a deadly strain of hepatitis, leading to fears of biological warfare research being conducted on-site. Conspiracy theorists believe this symbol hints at a planned biological attack or a population control measure. The OAG inscription is located in the Great Hall, a central gathering point for travelers, which some see as symbolic. Nearby murals depicted soldiers in gas masks and children in coffins, reinforcing the biological weapon narrative. Although some of the most controversial murals have been painted over or removed, their memory fuels the legend. The floor designs also include geometric patterns that some claim are codes or maps of the underground facility. There are inscriptions of alien languages or Navajo terms that some interpret as warnings of an apocalypse. The biological theory suggests the underground labs are manufacturing viruses to reduce the global population. The OAG cart stands out because one of the founders of the airport supposedly discovered the antigen, according to lore. Another floor inlay depicts a Native American deity, which some interpret as a symbol of death and destruction. The ominous blue Mustang statue outside, which killed its creator, is seen as a cursed guardian of this fortress. While not a floor marking, the horse's glowing red eyes are said to represent the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. The sheer scale of the underground train system suggests it was built to move heavy military equipment, not just luggage. Some claim to have heard a low-frequency hum in the lower levels, attributed to underground machinery or energy weapons. The airport's dedication date, March 19th, 1994, has been analyzed numerologically to reveal hidden meanings. The Braille text on the capstone is seemingly gibberish, but is believed by some to be a cipher for the Masonic elite. Secret elevators in the terminal allegedly bypass public floors and go straight to the deep bunkers. The theory of buried buildings asserts that 5 distinct buildings were constructed, deemed wrong, and then buried. These buildings are ostensibly used for storage today, but remain largely off-limits to regular staff. The idea of a quarantine zone is supported by the size of the tunnels, wide enough for large trucks. During construction, the different contractors were supposedly kept separate, so no one knew the full scope of the project. The OAG symbol is sometimes linked to the silver and gold elites who will survive the coming purge. Observers have noted that the fences surrounding the airport initially had barbed wire facing inwards, suggesting a prison. Ultimately, Denver International Airport remains a focal point for theories about the New World Order and government secrecy. The dedication stone in the Great Hall bears the symbol of the Freemasons, sparking immediate suspicion. The capstone mentions the New World Airport Commission, a body that supposedly does not exist. The 32-foot blue Mustang statue, known as Lucifer, killed its creator when a piece of it fell on him. Conspiracy theorists claim the airport sits atop a massive underground bunker system. These secret underground levels are allegedly built to house the global elite during a future apocalypse. Viewed from above, the airport's runways are said to be arranged in the shape of a swastika. Strange murals in the terminal depict soldiers in gas masks wielding swords. One mural features a letter from a child who died in a concentration camp, but some interpret the murals as a prophetic roadmap for a New World Order takeover. The airport's construction went largely over budget, fueling theories of secret underground funding. Reptilian humanoids are rumored to inhabit the deep lower levels of the airport. There are claims of grey aliens being depicted in the artwork hidden in plain sight. The airport has embraced the rumors with a marketing campaign called Conspiracy Month. An animatronic gargoyle was installed that interacted with travelers, joking about conspiracies. Official airport construction signs have featured alien graphics to poke fun at the theories. The OAG symbol on the floor is believed by some to stand for Australia antigen, a deadly virus. Scientifically, OAG are just the chemical symbols for gold and silver, honoring Colorado's mining history. Mysterious gargoyles sitting in suitcases are placed throughout the terminals. Some believe these gargoyles are symbols of the occult watching over passengers. The airport is supposedly connected to a deep underground military bases, DUMS, network. Rumors suggest that the underground tunnels are large enough to fit trucks and trains. The airport's CEO has jokingly referred to the underground lizard people in interviews. A temporary statue of Anubis, the Egyptian god of death, was installed at the airport. Travelers have reported feeling an eerie energy, or bad vibes, in certain parts of the terminal. The Great Hall of the airport is designed under a tent-like roof, which some link to Masonic tents. The layout of the Great Hall is said to resemble the interior of a Masonic temple. Buried beneath the airport is a time capsule scheduled to be opened in 2094. The time capsule is capped with a granite marker containing the Freemason symbol. The Children of the World Dream of Peace mural is often cited as proof of a depopulation agenda. In the mural, a soldier appears to be stabbing a dove of peace with a sword. The In Peace and Harmony with Nature mural shows extinct animals and burning forests. Conspiracy theorists claim the airport is the headquarters for the Illuminati. The sheer size of the airport, twice the size of Manhattan, is suspicious to some. During construction, 5 large buildings were reportedly built and then buried because they were wrong. Skeptics claim these buried buildings are actually the secret bunkers for the elite. The Mustang statue has glowing red eyes, which the artist said represented the wild spirit of the West. Locals often refer to the glowing red eyes of the Mustang as demonic. Some theorists believe the airport serves as a holding area for human prisoners in a future police state. The pale horse of the apocalypse is frequently associated with the blue Mustang. There are rumors of a secret underground train system connecting to Washington, D.C. The airport's coordinates are sometimes linked to other mysterious sites in conspiracy lore. A biological warfare warning is allegedly hidden in the mural artwork. The braille on the dedication stone is said to contain secret messages for the initiated. The airport's Den Files website section was created to debunk and poke fun at the myths. Posters during renovations read construction or cover-up, embracing the theories. Another poster featured a reptile wearing a hard hat, winking at passers-by. The mining car in the floor is seen as a symbol of the elite escaping underground. Some claim the fences around the airport point inward, to keep people in, not out. Despite the wild theories, Denver International Airport remains a major hub and a place of curiosity. The Great Hall floor at Denver International Airport is riddled with strange brass inlays. Among the most debated are the words Cisnagini and Braxma embedded in the stone. Skeptics point out that these are merely Navajo terms for geographical locations. Cisnagini, for instance, is the traditional Navajo name for Mount Blanca. However, conspiracy theorists insist these words hold a sinister, alien meaning. The word Koshetopa is also embedded in the floor, referencing a local mountain pass. Yet, some believe Koshetopa is a coded message for an extraterrestrial contact site. Another mysterious inlay displays the chemical symbols O-R. Scientifically, these stand for gold and silver, representing Colorado's mining heritage. Conspiracy theorists argue OAGAG actually stands for the deadly Australia antigen. They claim this signals a plan for biological warfare initiated from the airport. The placement of these words seems random to the uninitiated, fueling the mystery. Visitors often stop to photograph the cryptic Mt. Blanca inscription, Kessie. The inlays are viewed by some as coordinates for underground bunkers. Viewed from the air, the airport's runways allegedly form a swastika shape. This geometric anomaly has fueled rumors of a hidden neo-fascist agenda. Airport officials state the layout is simply efficient for wind patterns. Inside, the terminal's peaked roof is meant to resemble the snowy Rocky Mountains. Critics, however, suggest the tents represent a massive underground encampment. Some theories suggest the pointed roofs channel energy for occult rituals. Observations of the terminal's floor plan reveal phallic imagery to some observers. These geometric oddities are interpreted as fertility symbols by secret societies. The layout's rigid geometry is said to align with celestial events. Shadows cast by the terminal structures reportedly point to specific dates. The sheer scale of the construction suggests to some that it hides something massive below. Even the tunnels connecting terminals are rumored to form sacred geometric patterns. The Denver airport conspiracies have permeated popular culture deeply. The animated series, The Simpsons has featured airport layouts resembling Dia. In the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, coordinates point near this location. Video games like Deus Ex feature secret bunkers under airports, mirroring Dia lore. Conspiracy culture often links the airport to the Hunger Games capital. The airport itself has embraced these rumors in its own marketing campaigns. Posters during construction joked about the Illuminati headquarters being renovated. Shows like Jesse Ventura's Conspiracy Theory have dedicated episodes to Dia. The iconic blue Mustang Blucifer appears in various memes and fan art. Sci-fi authors frequently use Dia as a hub for intergalactic transport in their stories. The airport's gargoyles interacting with passengers became a viral internet sensation. Dia's talking gargoyle animatronic explicitly jokes about the conspiracy theories. The dedication capstone in the Great Hall is the centerpiece of many theories. It bears the name of the New World Airport Commission. Researchers have found that no such organization actually exists. The name sounds suspiciously similar to the New World Order. The capstone also features the square and compass symbol of the Freemasons. This Masonic connection suggests the airport was built by secret societies. The date of dedication, March 19th, 1994, is analyzed for numerological significance. Some claim the commission is a front for a global elite shadow government. The Braille inscription on the stone is also subject to wild translation efforts. Critics argue the commission was just a temporary arts committee name. Yet, the permanence of the stone suggests a lasting legacy was intended. Why invent a commission name that sounds so ominous, if not to signal intent? The Denver International Airport remains a modern enigma wrapped in concrete. It stands as a prime example of secrets potentially hiding in plain sight. Whether truth or fiction, the stories add a layer of myth to travel. The blend of real Masonic symbols and wild speculation creates a perfect storm. Perhaps the true conspiracy is the airport's brilliant marketing strategy. By allowing rumors to flourish, they have created a unique tourist destination. Every cracked tile or strange painting becomes evidence for the believers. The line between a simple airport and a global command center blurs here. Ultimately, Dia is a canvas upon which the public projects its deepest fears. The truth may be mundane, but the legend of the Denver airport will endure.